Let's see if we can find where those rock clacking went on, right?
Yep.
And there's a huge spruce tree here. And what I find interesting is there's evidence of something quite large having climbed it. You can look way up there. You can see where the bark's been taken off, and it is. I bet that thing's probably, that's over 100 feet. That's going to be like 110 feet tall. That's a really big spruce tree.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a beautiful spruce tree. So first, I'm thinking it's a bear climbing this thing. I'm just not sure why a bear would want to climb a 110 foot tall, 120 foot tall spruce tree. But there is clear evidence. I would say more than once something's climbed up it or come down it. Look, right over here, bark's all peeled off it. All these ferns in here are fiddleheads that have kind of gone by. These were edible. Look at that. Wow. You know what we have here, don't you, Lady K?
No.
Well, it's obvious. It's a Sasquatch birthing station. She's not happy about something. Most likely explanation for this is that a squirrel, but I mean, these rocks were placed here artificially. Something brought these rocks up here. See, I mean, look, these rocks, this is a decaying tree. These rocks did not end up here.
Yeah, but something could have digging for stuff. You know?
Well, that's what I'm saying, but there's no real holes around here. I mean, they look, you know, that's what I'm saying. Is it probably a squirrel? But I just find it kind of interesting that there's those rocks there. If you go over here, there's another rock. Now that rock was placed there. Either a bird or a squirrel, something put that rock there. You can see this hasn't been logged in 30, 40, 50 years, probably 50 years right here. It's been a while since anybody's been in here logging. And we're a substantial ways in. You probably couldn't get in here and out in one day unless you were
really fit and know where you are.
and really were intent upon getting in and out of here. So my point being that there's not a lot of people going through here, and we're in here trying to find out where that rock clacking originated from, and I was kind of drawn to this pile of rocks. But what I found up at the top was a little peculiar, a little strange. I mean, it was about as kind of strange as finding the little tiny rocks on the root, which, you know, probably is a bird or a squirrel or something. But if you look right here at the base of this sugar maple, there's a rock that's been placed there. I guess, the only thing I can figure, how else would it get there? You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What do you think?
That is odd because...
And it's been freshly pulled up from the ground, it looked to me like. Look at that.
Yeah, it hasn't been there that long. There's
Right.
little plants coming up.
I mean, that's right. If that had been even there last fall, there'd be leaves on it. I haven't been in this far this year.
No, you didn't do this.
No, so it's... The only thing I can think of is something that's a fairly heavy rock.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, placed this rock right here.
This is here too.
I saw that, and I was trying to figure out where that came from. And
I mean, I guess it used to be something bigger, but...
well, and that's another thing. It almost looked like there was some... I don't know.
The
The rock is what's really got me. That rock did not just...
oh yeah, no, this is fine. This is a branch that
All right,
fell between.
So the branch is explainable. The rock, however, and if you look up here, it's like it's level. The rocks are down there. There's all kinds of rocks. Mm-hmm. How the hell did this rock get up here? It's huge, huh?
Freaking awesome. It's a tree with trees growing out of it.
Hmm. That was awesome. Where'd that little frog go to? He's right here somewhere. Where'd you go, little? Oh, right there. That's a little leopard frog. Oh, he's good at hiding. There he is, right there. Hey, buddy, how you doing? He says, I want nothing to do with you. Boy, look at all the moose tracks.
I know.
Moose have been all through there. Look at that. Look at that, Zen Yeti, and it's kick-ass. Kick-ass location. I know, look at all the different moss and stuff right there.
Yep.
Just beautiful spot. Walking on this trail, can you guys see the moose hair right there? See that? It's where the hairs have caught on this limb as the moose are, you know, walking down through this area here. Then you get to what's called the asses and elbows. And cool scat. What do you think that is, Lady K?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna guess, take a wild guess, and say that's raccoon. It's about the right size for raccoon.
I bet you
And it's all kind of fragmented into, it almost looks like a miniature bear poo. You know, you get out of there, little dog. You know what's really kind of bizarre here?
what?
This rock looks like it had structure to it. Look at this. Was this an old foundation of some sort? It's really weird that this drops off like this in here. And look at this. We're headed way down there. We can see some water. We know there's a beaver pond. We're going to go check it out. Yeah, that's some... I don't know. And it looks almost like a foundation. No one would have a house up in here, though.
Well, I don't know. Maybe when they had an old cabin when they were logging.
Well, I know, but even if they did, I mean...
Near a pond?
I mean, that's a... What is that? A 30-foot drop? 20-foot drop there? It's got to be natural. I don't know. It's weird. Moose tracks right here.
Nope, I walked right by him.
Look at that. They go right to you. Well, we've stumbled upon another beaver dam, but this one is much newer. You can tell it's a lot newer because there's standing trees around the edge. Vegetation that's going to die eventually. It's still growing. But it's a pretty good sized pond. You see the conchs on this old dead beach? Look at that. These are ginormous. Look at that. Awesome spot, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Now this is a place to go barefoot. You can move a lot quicker.
I'm opposed to cold water on my toes.
I think we're going to have some dry. Once we get across this little spot here, we'll have some drier land.
I'll make out. Oh.
Sure are cute doing it, baby.
I'm on a log. There we go. I made it. Haha. I am. Now this is made by a beaver, right? The
Yep.
whole highways are beaver highways.
Yes. Old beaver highways. Oh, yeah, see, it's got the ring. That's a bad sign. I don't know if these are Galeria. I always assume that these little clustery things like this are Galeria. They usually have what's called an annulus, that ring there.
Mm-hmm.
But these are really toxic. Not good to eat.
No, let's not play with them.
Well, we're leaving the monolithic rock structure, which is really cool. This is the other side of it. And KV and Luna are super excited. They've bolted to the beaver ponds. Looks like there's some really cool beaver ponds over here, which are always really good spots to look for wildlife. There's a lot of food resources. This place is loaded with Indian cucumbers. They're all over the place. Indian cucumber and poison ivy in equal measures. Well, we've had a pretty eventful day, haven't we, Lady K?
Yep.
Both Lady K and I are suffering from salt-induced headaches. What's that?
There's something moving back here.
Where?
Behind it.
Where's the dog at?
Oh, that's a
Is it the dog?
Oh, I thought the dog was with you. Yeah, probably the dog. Sorry about that.
Well, my feet are beat to crap from running around barefoot in here. Wow, I poked a couple things in my feet. And it just wears on you, you know. We got bugs biting on us last night, which was pretty cold. The first night up here we tried to sleep in the car because we were using Justin's fleer, trying to fleer the road, different spots of the road. And about an hour ago, what I believe is an old female fisher came down through here. And the reason I think that is fishers exhibit quite a bit of sexual dimorphism, and I've trapped fishers when I was a kid. The males are considerably larger. I think the record's 22 pounds at a New Hampshire live trapped by a biologist, and the females tend to be, 3 to 6 pounds. And when they're young, the females are jet black, beautiful jet black. They might have a little bit of silver tip on their tips of their hairs, and the males tend to be more grizzled, more gray. And this was one of coloration I hadn't seen before. It had a lot of red to it and almost a straw type yellow. Like I said, it looked a bit like a pine marten, but it wasn't a pine marten. It had a much longer tail than a pine marten. And this is also the same spot Lady K saw her, had her encounter over here about 100 feet. And we used to have a trail camera set up over there, and a lot of bear and moose come down through here. This is also the location where we couldn't keep batteries in the camera. So we went for a walk today. We walked, what, a couple miles?
Yeah. Nice walk.
And I was going to go dark tonight, but we got a little bit of a fire going because the bugs are pretty bad. Well, we were just sitting here in the hammocks, and Luna was keying in on something out there, and a fisher just came by. I don't think I got very good footage of it because I couldn't get out of the hammock in time. But the fisher was only maybe 50 feet from us. Say good morning to the Zen Yetians. Say good morning. It's about 6:30 in the morning. Was it Monday?
Yeah.
We had zero activity last night. It was quiet, and we let the fire go out. Luna didn't get upset. We didn't hear any knocking, so that makes it even more strange to me. What you're hearing right now is a woodpecker. Again, battery died. Little pups, can you say hi to the Zen Yetians? Bug's biting me.
Pupsy. Luna.
Luna. Look who's there. It's the Zen Yetians. Luna's like, what the hell are you talking about? There's nobody there. This is Lady K. So we had no activities last night. It was really quiet, which makes the night that we had the activity really strange. And we kind of determined that we think that sound was coming up off the mountain, which Once again, makes it unexplainable. Difficult to explain. All we have left to do is to break down our camp, police up all our stuff, leave no sign, and hike the 14 miles out. So actually, it's just about 3 miles out. It's going to feel like 14 by the time we get there, isn't it, Lady K?
Yeah.
All right, our campsite's cleaned up.
Yep.
And we're ready to rock and roll, aren't we, KV?
Yeah. Come on, Pupsy.
So this is where we're at. And we'll probably see some kind of a critter on the way out, I suspect.
Yeah.
At least when we get, especially when we get to the
I
road.
saw birds. Scarlet tanager.
Yeah, KV saw a beautiful scarlet tanager.
Tanager and the female.
For some reason I want to
Female.
call them tangerines, but